What is up, everybody? I am your host and longest reigning WWE pay-per-view champion. Day 211 for me. I am the hot commodity Ant C, and I'm joined by my good friend, co-host. He's excited for tonight. Introduce yourself, sir. Here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're recording this June 25th. I'm Christian. Co-host here tonight is Forbidden Door. So I'm excited for that. But right now we're talking about Raw. And I thought Raw this week wasn't terrible. Leading up to Money in the Bank next Saturday. So we still have one more Raw before that. But it's all right.
Yeah, it's just all right. Like you said, AEW Forbidden Door is on our minds, so excuse us if we sort of drift off.
Yeah, excuse me if I start just I'm excited. Like I listen, I wasn't too excited for Double or Nothing. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't too excited for Revolution. Like the only thing but like Forbidden, like this is exciting because like most people probably don't watch New Japan. And I don't watch it daily, but like I'm familiar with like most of the wrestlers. So it's just gonna be cool seeing two wrestling promotions get along, have a good pay-per-view. Not just AEW, just if any company like Impact does it with the companies, like it's cool to see two like companies come together for a big show. So that's like the main part. I'm excited. It's just good wrestling.
I will say, I listen, I'm totally excited. I will say, and hopefully you'll be able to break it down for people like me, because like honestly, when I watch AEW, I'm excited because it's a pay-per-view. I know it's gonna be good, but I don't know any of the stories of any of these wrestlers.
So when we cover Dynamite, I can quickly go get into more depth.
So like I'm like the fan that's like watching and like who is it? The dude that comes out that's gonna take on Naito.
He's fighting Jungle. No,
Naito is teaming up with Sting and Darby.
Sting and Darby versus Suzuki Guevara.
When Naito came out, everyone's freaking out, and I'm just like, oh, and
I
like
was watching it. Yeah, I mean it was okay. I'm not too familiar with his work. I've heard of him, but I didn't
and
pop on.
that's the thing that's hard because like
And the only thing I recognize, yeah, I agree. That's the only thing. But like Okada, like Tanahashi, Takeshita, Osprey, guys like those, even some people, yeah, it's gonna be all right.
I feel like they should do like a little like even on YouTube for fans who like don't really know much about the wrestlers, like little small biographies on each one. So that then you kind of know, because like even when they're like, this guy fought you in the Tokyo Dome, I'm like, who fought Chris Jericho in the Tokyo Dome? Like, like it's like, so for me, a fan that's not a big Japanese, well, what is it, New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Yeah.
For me, who doesn't know that, I don't feel like I'm a part of it. I don't feel like I'm in it.
Yeah.
Know anything. So it's like hard to really get in it. But listen, I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a good show, a lot of action. But yes, you said it. We are here at Uncensored Wrestling Podcast covering WWE Monday Night Raw from June 19th, 2023, live in Cleveland, Ohio. I have a really random question for you, and I have to ask you this because my ADHD is kicking in. You had McDonald's for lunch. Did you try the Grimace float shake? The Grimace shake.
Yeah.
I did.
It
Did you
tastes like a weird like mixed berry type of thing. I'm not a huge fan of it. I was pretty excited because like with McDonald's, I love the Shamrock shakes. Like
Oh, me
I
too.
I like the new cool shit they come out with, but I was pretty disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, like when I try it too, but I feel like the person who served it to us, like I don't know if he did a good job in blending it well. It's like you got a mix of the berry, but it was more vanilla, and I'm like, well, is it supposed to be? I was confused.
Oh, I got more of the mixed berry. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, it was weird. Thank you, McDonald's employee, for fucking up my fucking Grimace shake. Uh, well, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. The World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, he's in a better mood than I am right now. He comes out, and before he can even do anything, Finn Balor attacks Seth from behind and sends Seth into the ring steps and ring post. Officials try to separate the two, but Finn Balor ends up landing 3 coup de grace to Seth Rollins on the floor. I was really excited to see this. This is a great start to Raw. I was like, oh, I want to get another promo. I know that Seth Rollins has been doing this open challenge, and word in the back is that Ciampa was supposed to be the one to take on Rollins. but they didn't want Ciampa to lose right off the bat, which I understand. So this is a good other story to do for Seth rather than the match. Have Balor attack him, and Balor did like 3 coup de grace. He landed on his chest 3 times.
Yeah.
He's ready for Money in the Bank. I mean, Seth Rollins awoken. He asked, "Which Balor am I going to get?" I think we're seeing which one. What do you think about this opening segment?
I mean, this opening segment's good. Like you said, you don't want to keep starting these shows with, promos and shit like that. My only thing is Seth Rollins has been doing, I don't want to say a little bit too much right off the jump as, world champion, but like so far, he's been world champion for around a month now. He hasn't had, I guess this is his first feud with that new championship, really. And this is a feud that, had to be cut short because due to Finn's injury in the 2016, and they just never did it again. So now we're finally getting it. Seth Rollins, I although it was cool for NXT for him to go over there, have a match with Braun Baker, I don't think he should have done that. I think he should just keep focusing on Finn, because to me, it makes me think, oh shit, like Seth Rollins just had a match last night. Like Finn Balor, like he's weak. Finn Balor has the advantage right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's making Seth Rollins look very, very weak. So that is my only issue. But I think Finn's doing a good job. He's finally. I was kind of concerned for him a little bit because after the whole Edge feud at WrestleMania, I didn't know what was next for him necessarily, because he's always been like the Judgment Day's puppet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So now that I'm like, oh, okay, he's next in line for the world title. So it's good to see. I'm not a huge fan of him, but he's a good talent and a good worker. So it's good to see him in the main event scene again, I will say.
I agree. I mean, again, you said it. The storyline was cut short. He's a great person right now to go against Seth Rollins because he's sort of at the same level as Rollins. We go to break. We come back and we see Balor attacking Seth backstage. He tosses a table on top of Seth, and then he sends Seth into a cart. Balor then has the world title and says, "I've waited 7 years." So he just talked about it, but he wants his revenge. And if you're, excuse me, if you're Finn Balor, you were attacked before, you got injured by him, you would want your revenge, and you do want to hurt him. So,
Right.
I get it. We then have this big moment. The Miz is out in the ring. Miz says, "Enough about Seth Rollins. I am issuing my own open challenge for anyone to come out." And then "No One Will Survive" comes on, and Tommaso Ciampa comes out, and Miz is all like smiles because last time we saw those two together, they were friends. But Ciampa nails out the Miz. Ciampa gets the win in a very good match after Miz jumps off the top and is met with a knee, and then the fairy tale ending by Ciampa. I was so happy to see Tommaso Ciampa back. What were your thoughts? Were you happy? I feel like we were recording when he came back.
Oh man,
Remember
let's
you
have.
said something
Yeah, we were recording, and I looked up, and I was like, you said don't spoil it. This is my.
happened.
This is
Go
my. I'm happy to see Tommaso Ciampa back. Like, if you're an NXT guy, which I was, you are as well back then. We love Tommaso Ciampa.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Does he have to beat the Miz in his hometown? Do they have to humiliate the Miz in Cleveland, in his hometown? Seriously? He
Well,
can't get over one night?
listen, I hear what you're
Seriously? That blows my fucking
listen.
mind.
I hear what you're saying, but Christian,
And I understand, no, because these two have unfinished business. I get it. But in Cleveland, that made this we just feel. Oh,
but to be fair, at least he was in a match in Cleveland. Johnny Gargano wasn't
yes,
even in a match.
yes, I agree. That I can completely agree with.
Even though he lost, and it sucks that he lost.
Yeah.
Poor Johnny Gargano, man. That's
No respect. I can agree.
break. But go ahead. Sorry.
I agree with you, man. Like, at least he had a match in Cleveland. I can absolutely agree. But man, it's I love Gargano, but if I'm booking a show and I need ratings, I'm booking the Miz over Gargano every day of the week.
I can see that. But if you're booking now, listen, if they were smart, what they would have done, honestly, I would have done this, was this. Have Gargano come out and fight The Miz. That way, like have two Cleveland guys go at it, and Cleveland goes home happy, whoever wins. And then after the match, then have Ciampa come out, another surprise. Think he's gonna attack Gargano with The Miz, and then turn on Miz and form DIY. If that was me, that's right.
Yeah. Rumor has it, the
Go
next
ahead.
ones in line for the tag team championships are Ciampa and Gargano.
Well, I mean, Christian, just think of the pop and how crazy it would have been.
I know. Fuck
Somehow,
yeah.
He
Fuck
had
yeah.
Miz's
And
stupid.
they had Candice LeRae as like their little colleague manager. They have Gargano LeRae. Oh my god.
Afterwards, Candice comes out, does a big hug with them. I mean, come
like,
on.
if they ever get like a girl, if they ever have a feud and like they need like, they're getting jumped and like Valhalla, and then Candice LeRae comes out, they get a huge pop. Like, I don't know, I agree. And let's be honest, Triple H will make it happen. He's such. If there's any three people in that company, Gargano, LeRae, or Ciampa, I mean, come on. It's not a secret. Triple H will ride or die for those three fuckers. I mean, those were his guys in NXT. Those were his guys. Those are his main event guys.
Well,
and LeRae was a main event girl in NXT.
She was. She's taking on the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai, a lot. And I think, yeah, she was the bomb.
Fucked up with Kairi Sane.
The way Kairi Sane, yep. Okay, so we have a couple minutes before we take our first break, but I'll go over this promo quick. The Judgment Day come out. Finn Balor says, Seth Rollins, your open challenge is canceled because of me. I'm the only one that's going to take the world title from you. You're going to be singing his song at his funeral. Rhea Ripley then says, shut up. At Money in the Bank, you're going to be bowing at our feet. My Latino heat is going to punk out your favorite Cody Rhodes. Damian Priest says, at Money in the Bank, the briefcase comes home with me. Dominic, Cody said you're getting gassed for a fight you can't win. I suggest you keep your mouth shut or we'll make it so you can't fight ever again. Strong words from Priest to Cody. And then Dominic says, Cody, you're going to see what I'm going to do to you at Money in the Bank. Find two partners and fight a united Judgment Day. So strong words. One of the key words for me is the word united, because lately the Judgment Day hasn't really been united. These guys have been kind of, Finn Balor's kind of been doing his own thing. Let's take our first break, and then I want to hear your thoughts, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot to say about this. We're going to take our first break, and we're going to come back. We got a lot more to cover, so stay tuned. Hello, welcome back from our first break. I'm still Ant. This is still my title. That's still Christian, who is smiling into his cell phone. I think Christian, are you a taken man? Are we gonna publicly say that, or are you swimming the waters, or what are you doing right
now? I would say for the most part, taken.
All right.
But yeah.
All right. Okay, he's taken.
Say.
How? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm feeling this already right now. Ladies' night. No, I'm taken too. Ant's working, but I'm taken, so that's very fun. I don't know what made me think of that. I think because maybe you were smiling to your camera. Hopefully.
No, I was watching this TV.
Oh, you were
Cobra Kai.
Wow, I really thought that you were smiling at like a woman like that.
No.
Cobra Kai. Damn.
Maybe the bitch who plays Emma from Jesse, I was probably smiling at her on TV, but
I don't know, man. See, I got a little bit excited. I'm thinking about my own life. I wish that someone would look at me the way that you look at Cobra Kai, I guess. So back to the Judgment Day.
I wish someone would watch me the way I watch wrestling. Holy fuck.
That would be awesome. Well, no, because then you get annoyed because then someone's like constantly watching you all day. I mean,
yeah,
that's not the person.
True.
I wish someone would like fuck me and love me as much as I love and put my time and energy into watching wrestling.
Oh my god! I know.
Right?
I
I
feel
mean,
you.
who disagrees with that? But the Judgment Day, I think probably would because Rhea Ripley, I don't know how.
I'm starting to believe that she's really fucking Dominic.
Maybe. I mean, I don't see anything in Rhea Ripley unless she grows out her hair, but what
She's
do you think?
hot as fuck.
She's attractive.
She
Listen,
looks too much like my favorite. She looks too much like my favorite leads, like my favorite band. She looks too much like the lead fucking singer.
Marilyn Manson.
No, he looks like Marilyn Manson. But the dude that sings her theme song, or the band that sings her, yeah, the band that sings her theme song, they're from Scranton, which is an hour away from me, where they shoot The Office. So it's like obviously like I love like I'm gonna listen to, like PA bands. Like I've been listening to them for a little bit. And she looks exactly like the lead singer because like that's her favorite band too. And like she like idolizes him. So I couldn't fuck her. I would think too much of my favorite like because like we're both our bands are this favorite band. And I could that's why when her theme song plays, I go crazy. But yeah, I just got off topic, my bad.
No, you're comparing how Rhea Ripley looks like the lead singer of your favorite band.
So
She's
and
a
like
man, so that's great.
yeah, so I can't fuck her, but she's hot. But
She listen when she wants to be. But pretty much this promo here, your thoughts, like it's just them pretty much saying that they're gonna have dominance at Money in the Bank. I'm starting to see that Judgment Day here has become the new sort of mainstay, Raw heel group people. In the beginning it was Roman Reigns, we would come out. Now it's the Judgment Day. What are you thinking of this group now so far? They've been a group for a year now.
they are slowly going their separate ways.
Hmm.
But I think Rhea and Dom should do something just not with the Judgment Day. But here's the problem, and I've said this numerous amount of times, but I will say this again. My problem is this: Rhea and Dom work so well together, right?
Hmm.
Damian Priest and Dom work so well together because Dominic's that little punk that likes to start problems but never finish it. So he has his big backup, Damian Priest, do all of his work. And then Priest and Rhea work well together because they're really best friends behind the scenes. So, and they're the two people who were originally in the Judgment Day. So they always worked well together. And that leaves Finn Balor. He's doing great right now. We see the Judgment Day kind of like shifting apart. But when we see the Judgment Day shifting apart, Finn Balor is doing great. When the Judgment Day is like all Judgment Day, like for example, when they start the show, like when they all come out together, promos,
Hmm.
Finn Balor's always the odd guy out. No, I don't care. Okay, Damian Priest did not. You might think Damian Priest would be the odd man out, right? Because he didn't have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the case. I personally believe that they did that so they could build up the Puerto Rico event. I truly, truly believe that's why. Only reason why he didn't have a match at Mania. But like Priest has always been one of the main speakers in the Judgment Day. So he's never been the odd man out. He's an original member. So I don't know where this group is going to go. Um, I, I think we're getting. I hope we don't see this, but I think we're gonna get a Damian Priest babyface turn. I do. I do.
Damian Priest.
I think we're gonna get a Damian Priest babyface turn. If they turn Finn Balor babyface, he's fucked. He's more entertaining as a heel. Let's all be honest. No one gives a fuck about the that's overplayed. The demon's starting to get a little bit old. I'm kind of happy he doesn't do it too much, but like the demon's okay, but like it's starting to get a little old.
Yeah.
He's more entertaining as a heel. We saw it in NXT when he betrayed Gargano. I mean, he's more entertaining as a heel. You know what I'm talking about in NXT?
And he
He was confronting Undisputed Era, and it was him, Ciampa, and Gargano.
Oh,
And if we're anyway, look
when
for
he
any.
turned on Gargano.
Yeah, is that who it was?
Yeah, because wait, we're talking about NXT Undisputed Era is in the ring. You think Balor is going to be working with them, and ends
Wait,
up
wait, wait, wait,
he
wait,
just
wait.
ends up Pele kicking Gargano, right? Or am I out of my mind?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm talking about this right here,
Yeah,
and then he comes out and
you think he's going to work with
that's more
the other guys?
entertaining than
Yeah,
him being a babyface. So I don't know. We'll see what they do with the Judgment Day, but Damian Priest is getting a shit ever since that Puerto Rico match for Damian Priest really set him up for he's gonna be a star over the next year.
I can see that.
He's a Triple H guy. You never hear anything bad from him. He plays a good ass role. I don't know.
I For me, I'm a big fan of Finn
I think
Balor,
Rhea Ripley's the best.
but I just think he needs to. I think this group needs to sort of break up. I'm tired of seeing the day of factions take over
I low
different
key think
wrestling.
Rhea Ripley's also too good for that group.
Yeah, she needs to start fighting more women now too.
I'll
I'm
say
starting
it.
to
Rhea
annoy.
Ripley's the best wrestler in the world right now. She's so good. She could be an actor in Hollywood.
I could see it. I could see it.
She's so
Um, let's talk about this. What is this? Hang on. Before we talk about that. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see here. I'm selling people in the world. I'm selling items. Wait, because um I'm trying, I'm in the middle of moving and I'm trying to sell things, all that good stuff. So I just got a thing. Anyways, we see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens backstage, and Sami's like, you keep having blow ups, and Kevin's like, I won't blow up throughout the night, and if I do, I'll admit I have a problem. So we already know throughout the night Kevin's gonna get annoyed, so we'll see what happens there. We get a women's tag match where Katana Chance and Kaden Carter defeat Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green after the after party to Deville. Prior to the match, we get a TikTok promo compilation of Chelsea Green acting like a Karen, which was better in the match. I really like Katana and Carter, but no one really cares. So, what do you think?
yeah. I mean, I'm really sick of Zayn and Owens as tag team champions. They're what, Evan?
I love how we're on the.
Wait, what'd you say?
We were talking about Carter and Chance, but you could bring up.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize you moved on so quick
That's
from
a
that.
perfect example of what fans think of this tag match. That was so like unimportant that yeah, no, we moved on. We were I very quickly brought up the fact that Sammy is going to be, or I'm sorry, Kevin Owens is going to be upset throughout the night because I knew no one really cares. And I
Oh,
brought up this tag match, which again, no one cares about,
no one
but
cares.
you helped solidify that. But yeah, go ahead. You can speak on whatever.
No, my bad. I didn't care about. I kind of skipped through. I didn't really watch like the whole episode of Raw, so I kind of just like skipped glances through it. But what I was going to say, my bad. I didn't realize you moved on so quick from that. That's on me. Um, but like, do you like? Here's, I guess I'll ask a question then. Do you think Kevin Owens and like Sami Zayn are like playing this tag team? Because here's my tag team championship. Well, because here's my thing. Do you notice that every time, okay, Kevin Owens comes out, he comes out, gets his, comes out with his music. As soon as you hear Sami Zayn's music, he gets a way bigger pop than KO. I don't know. Like he always, when KO comes out, he's always like waiting for the same. Like you see the looks. Like, do you think they're gonna lose that? Do you think they're gonna stay a tag team, turn on each other again? Like, I don't know where they're going with these two guys in the tag team division in general, not just at the tag
Yeah,
team in general. It's just. It's hard to watch
It's
tag
bad.
team in
The whole
WWE.
tag team division is bad. We can even talk about this. Women's tag match is bad. Another bad men's tag match in this year being Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Like this whole was maybe 30, 40 minutes of Raw so far. The only good thing has been Miz and Ciampa, and that's a shame. I don't really care about Indus year, so I'm gonna move on to if you don't mind.
No,
Um,
please. I'm excited to talk about. I think what happened next.
well, close to it, we see someone accidentally spills water on Kevin Owens. He stays cool, and then he sees Matt Riddle, who mentions great movies like Little Giants, and Kevin stays cool for that. And now we come to your moment that you're excited about. Logan Paul comes out. He's sitting on a ladder. Logan says, "The moment that made me great was leaving Cleveland. I am the best that you people have. I am going to put respect on this city's name. Your boys got a special invite. I will be competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match." Ricochet comes down. Ricochet says, "I want to congratulate you. The only reason you got added is because at the Royal Rumble, I made you go viral." Which, listen, that double cross body still was crazy. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out. Shinsuke says, "Wow, there's more reason for me to win the match." LA Knight then comes out. LA says,
Huge pop.
huge pop. LA says, "Logan Paul, you make videos for 14-year-old little girls," which is true. He does. Santos Escobar comes out. Santos says, "You guys all have empty promises. I'm Money in the Bank. I'll be standing tall." Then Butch comes out, and Butch, like everybody else, doesn't want to talk. He runs in and just punches Logan Paul. All the men brawl. Logan
Commentators.
Paul then knocks out Butch and then dives onto the men. Paul climbs the ladder and pretty much Paul touches the briefcase. All right, what do you think about Logan Paul being added to the match?
Why not? He's had he's had matches against. You know what? I'm happy he's had his thing with the Miz because I think that was a good person to start with. He's had his thing with the Miz, big stages. He had a match with Roman, and he's done the matches where he's very athletic, and if people tell him how to do it right, he could probably take the crazy bumps. I mean, I think he's willing to do it, which makes him watchable as a celebrity wrestler. But let's say fuck this. I'm not gonna consider Logan Paul a celebrity wrestler anymore. He's signed to the company. He trains at the performance center. He takes
Yeah.
it seriously. He might not be there all the time, but he's there when the big pay-per-views. He's there more than celebrities usually would be when they're signed. So I'm gonna say he's also a wrestler. He's a YouTuber, wrestler, fighter. He's an athlete. So that's good. Man, Ricochet coming out. It's good to see him do a little bit more on the mic because we've seen less of him, mic. And when he does those little backstage pre-tape shit, it always looks really bad. He's trying to remember his lines really bad. Shinsuke, I kind of get annoyed with him. Just talk normal. LA Knight was the best thing, man. I mean, that pop was fucking insane. The announcers were gold during this whole thing. When Butch came out, Corey Graves is Butch doesn't have a microphone. Butch doesn't have a microphone, and then the other guy, he doesn't need it. That was fun. The commentators were good during this segment.
Yeah.
This was a good segment. Logan Paul, trash talking his hometown and his pro. I think it was entertaining to watch Logan Paul's promo. When he does promos, I genuinely think Logan Paul's entertaining because he is an entertainer. So it just
I
comes.
was just confused by him though, because I wasn't sure if he was trying to be a good guy or a bad guy. Because at first he was talking highly of Cleveland, and then he's like, "But I'm happy I got out," and then it's "But I'm gonna bring home the briefcase to you guys." Woo! I was
I
confused.
think it was more oh, this city sucks, and I'm the only thing that comes out of this city. So I will be the one to bring some greatness back, and I'm gonna bring. I think he's proud that he's from Cleveland. He's just disgusted that.
I think he needs to do more work on the mic. I think he needs
Yeah, no, yeah,
because he
absolutely. But
I
for
was
him,
so confused.
no, yeah, I agree 100%. But for him, being an natural entertainer, he's always used to being in front of the camera. So I think when he does improve, gets that training on mic skills, if he ever does, he could be pretty entertaining on the mic because he even when he does the Logan Paul TV like tiny balls, like when he had the thing when Sami called him a number 2, like I thought the promos weren't bad, but I agree he needs a lot of work on that, but has potential because it's just natural to him.
We'll see. Logan Paul and Money.
He has so much hate because of his brother, and he can use that.
Well, I
WWE
mean,
should really consider bringing Jake Paul.
that would be an interesting tag. All right, we have Matt Riddle here defeating Ludwig Kaiser with the Intercontinental Champion Gunther getting revenge from last week. Riddle hits a bro Derek to get the win. After Riddle attacks Gunther until Imperium attack Riddle, and then Gunther stomps on Riddle's leg, looking like he's injuring it. I thought Randy was going to come out. He didn't.
Oh my god, I would have cried.
But yeah, Riddle's looking good here. I mean, we really have anything. If you have something to add, you can. But
I
really,
just don't know why they're trying to make Riddle this. They're trying to push him or make him something. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind seeing him going after the Intercontinental title. He's not going to win, but he is a person that, because of his submission moves, even though
He'd be a good. No, I agree.
but
I'm crazy. That just popped in my head. I would like to see a Bryan Danielson versus Gunther.
that'd be very good.
That'd be good.
That'd be very
That was
good.
just one on my head.
I don't know. Okay, we see Alpha Academy with Maxine. They lose to the Viking Raiders with Valhalla because Maxine suplexes Valhalla, which distracts Gable. Then Eric slams them. I like seeing Maxine out there, but I will tell you honestly, she's making me not care about them. It's becoming more about her, which is cool because she's hot and everything. But Chad Gable needs his own program, and they just keep burying.
Absolutely. If they want to do Otis and Maxine, do it. But don't. Chad Gable's too good for this shit.
Yep.
He's too good to be playing this stupid little puppets character. This stupid little this makes him look like I was shit talking Chad Gable at the live event, and him and Otis were like, cause like dude, like you guys are big and you guys are amazing performers, but like you guys are just you guys are soft.
Mm-hmm.
If Chad Gable act like more of a Kurt Angle, I would definitely not pick a fight with him. Or and people know that. He gets it all the time. You're a mini Kurt Angle. You're a mini Kurt Angle. Do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Book him. He's great. Let him do an angle with Kurt Angle. I think, like you've mentioned before in the past, he should have been the one to be Kurt Angle's son. But
Dude, I agree.
I don't know.
Totally agree. I agree. Chad Gable has more for him. We then come back from a break. Damian Priest says there's nothing wrong with the Judgment Day. They're good. The World Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, she's supposed to take on Natalya. Natty says that tonight's a chance I can prove I still belong. Before the match, Rhea attacks Natty from behind, throws her into the railing, and then headbutts her and nails the riptide. Match doesn't even start. Raquel's watching Rhea Ripley backstage. Raquel says, what you did was not okay. Rhea goes up against, Raquel's face, and Raquel says, I don't think you're ready for Raquel Rodriguez. What do you think? I mean, Rhea needs to start fighting the women actually having matches. It's like China 2.0.
Why does Raquel come to the ring? Smiley, smiley. Hi, everybody. Hi. Bye. Like such a baby face.
But go ahead.
I'm talking about Raquel Rodriguez.
I know. I find her hot.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's my problem. She is not my problem. Like, this is my problem, like the way she's being booked. Why not use her? She should be a dominant. Like, she's dating Braun Strowman in real life. Like, she should be the Braun Strowman in the women's division. Like, she's massive. She's massive. She's strong as fuck. If they need to make her tough, they need to make her more like a Rhea Ripley, more like a Shayna Baszler, who are some like tough, like, you know what I mean? Like Shayna Baszler is really tough. Her character is tough. So is Rhea. Like she's intimidating. Like they could make Raquel that, but they don't. So that's my issue with Raquel. Um, they need to make her a beast.
I feel you. To go up against Rhea, you have to have like a relatable. Raquel was a beast back in the day. I think,
No one's on Rhea's level.
but I do think though that because they're friends, they'll bring out the best in each other if they do fight. That tends to happen. I don't know. Let's talk about Rhea here though. Trish Stratus defeats Rhea Ripley, or I'm sorry, Raquel Rodriguez there.
I
By
was gonna say Trish Stratus versus Rhea Ripley on Monday Night
sorry,
Raw.
sorry. I mean that would been kind of different, but even
I'd be
this is a little
damned.
different. It was actually a decent match though. Trish gets the win by DQ after Becky Lynch attacks Zoe, and then Becky sends Trish Stratus into the railing. Trish Stratus now qualifies into the Money in the Bank match, and Becky kind of has her hands full now because now both Zoe and Trish are in this match. The cards are stacked against her. Was Trish the right girl to be in the match?
No, why is she's old? Why is she competing in a Money
Trish
in
is
the
gonna
Bank?
kick ass. You watch.
Why is she competing in a Money in the Bank ladder? Why is she taking these unnecessary bumps? She doesn't have to. But has she? She's never competed in a type of match like this.
No, she's never been in a Money in the Bank ladder
Not
match.
a Money in the Bank, but like anything that has to do with like ladders, weapons, no disqualifications, like
I
heights.
know she's gone through a table. I know she's done stuff like that before. But there's never like she was involved. No, she was involved in a hardcore match against Victoria back in 2002.
Yeah. Right.
But there weren't really ladders or any sort of like
That was before they let the girls really go
yeah.
how bleed and shit like that.
I'm excited to
Um,
see what she's gonna do though. She brings a different
excited
element.
to see what she's gonna do. Maybe she was the right person just because Trish Stratus. They could do a story. Maybe like Lita comes back and helps.
Maybe they're in London.
We'll see.
London calling. Well, we get our next match. Bronson Reed defeats Shinsuke Nakamura after Ricochet runs out,
Now
and
that was stupid.
yeah, I didn't really care about this match. I don't care about
This
Nakamura.
guy Nakamura should not have lost that match.
Yeah, and Shinsuke's in the Money in the Bank match. It kind of looks like he's like
I know, but
being
he's
there,
Shinsuke is great.
and
Like
that's
I
the
like
honest
his.
truth, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Nothing. It's just Shinsuke's NXT, like late NXT, like early WWE days where he had the feud with AJ Styles when he won the Royal Rumble. Oh God, he was so fun to watch. He
Mm.
was great. Such a good wrestler. The Kinshasa, and he was. Now he's still really really good, but like he's he's been booked terrible.
I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
but he's just making a comeback. He just came back, so we'll see where it goes. But maybe you want to build up Bronson Reed, but is Bronson Reed in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
No,
That's another reason why Shinsuke shouldn't have lost. They're making him look weak before Money in the
that's
Bank.
what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's weird that he will lose it. This has been a pretty like mild Raw. Not really a lot has been
Yeah, like
happening.
I said, it was okay. It's just another Raw, another Monday Night Raw, but
Nothing huge. Well, we're at our main event. That's why I said that. And we see, obviously, these guys are going to win. Cody Rhodes and the Unified Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They defeat, uh, who was it? Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day. After um, Cody hits Priest with the cast, but Damian breaks it up, or Dominic breaks it up. Sami nails a haluva kick to Dominic and a stunner, and then Cody nails a crossroads to Priest, and he gets a 3 count here. Nothing happens after this. It was just a basic, like 6-man tag. But obviously, we know
this could have
Judgment
been
Day are the
better.
main bad guys. Go ahead. What'd you think?
No, this just could have been better. It could
Yeah.
have been a better match. I think all these guys are a great talent, and it it's just my problem with, like I said, the Judgment Day. They're they're starting to fall apart.
Hmm.
I just really think they're better off with Finn Balor out of the group. I had to think about that for a
Do you
minute.
think JD McDonough might replace him? That's what's going around.
But why?
I don't know.
What are they trying to do with these NXT guys?
Unless they're trying to have Finn Balor start his own thing with JD and just sort of like mentor him.
Maybe, but they're gonna have to be babyface. No, because you can't. Oh, I don't know because
I
you
mean,
can't
you don't
turn
have.
Trish babyface.
Well, I'm well. What I mean, think about it. You could have two opposing groups who are heels. I mean, look at the Judgment Day and Bloodline. Look at DX and the Nation. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree.
you don't necessarily need to work together. I mean, Balor could just leave on his own accord and say, "I'm just done with Judgment Day." They could kick him out, but just because they kick Balor out doesn't mean that he can't come back after he gets kicked out and like do a dastardly thing to a top. So like
Oh yeah.
you never know. I mean, you would feel sorry for him after getting kicked out, but he's Finn Balor. It's like you can't really feel sorry for the demon. But what do you? So yeah, so this was decent Raw. What do you think though? Was your highlight of the night?
I'm gonna say my highlight of the night was 6-man tag was good. Like if you look, if I'm going to Monday Night Raw and I'm like, okay, I'm excited. What am I gonna see? If I see that advertised, I'm gonna be excited. Like the match could have been better, but it was good. I like all the wrestlers in the match. So just
Okay.
nothing could happen really for much for me
I
tonight.
agree. This is nothing happened on this Raw. I wish more was going on, but it just seems like they're just sort of getting ready for London. For me, my moment of the night was just seeing Trish. I love her. And Becky. That is it, folks. I want y'all to stay safe, stay uncensored, and we'll be seeing you with our next recap. So we'll be seeing you soon. Bye, everybody. Peace.